Hey, what's up, guys? It's Motormouth here, and I'm about to bring you something a little bit different to what you're normally seeing on my channel. But, well, I'm doing rants, and it's something I've wanted to do for a long time. I haven't really been in the mood to do anything, which, I guess when I'm not in the mood for things, it's probably the best time to do a rant because I'm more pissed off. But, I mean, that doesn't really matter. What really matters is I'm here now, and, I here I am. All right. Everybody knows the school law. No, not really school law, but law, like national law, against bullying, the bullshit law that every kid who is bullied probably hates. No kid in high school wants to go to the fucking teacher when they're being bullied. All right, they want to fucking stand up for themselves, but they can't do that because of the other laws that are interfering with the bullying law. I'm not saying the bullying law is necessarily a bad thing. I'm saying that the minimal, like, guidance from teachers, also the fact that half of them don't give a shit and they're only there so that they can get a fucking paycheck, is really just fucking every kid who's ever been bullied in the face. And I don't use bullying as a broad term. I mean legitimate tormenting. Alright, I don't care if a kid slapped your books down in the hallway. You stand up, you tell him to fuck off. That's where it should end. But if a kid is every day tormenting you, fucking calling you names, doing shit to your friends, doing shit to you, doing shit to your girlfriend, that is if you have one, doing shit to your boyfriend, I really don't give a shit if you're queer. I mean gay. Sorry, that was derogatory. Anyway, just no one wants to go to the fucking teacher for that shit. But now we're being forced to because we're not allowed to defend our own selves. I know me when I'm bullied, when I'm even looked at wrong, or if I'm spoken to in a tone that I don't enjoy, I want to stand up for myself. But no, every teacher in the goddamn world doesn't understand that, maybe around the age of 15 through 18, you have a little bit more testosterone than you should as a male. Especially myself. This is obviously not a way I'm trying to toot my own horn, per se, but I'm almost positive that I have a lot more testosterone than normal. That's shown by my enlarged brow. You guys have probably seen it on my vlogs, but yes, the enlarged brow is a form of like a sign showing that you have like a higher dose of testosterone. It was obviously, seen with the Homo erectus, all of them. That's a fun word, Homo erectus. Anyway, back to the topic. So, these teachers are just fucking kids in the ass because they don't let you fight back and fight for what you believe in. They just want you to sit down and talk to the teachers. No one wants to talk to the teachers for one fucking reason. And that's because they don't want to be looked at as a snitch. If you don't know what a snitch is, you probably haven't been in high school and you're homeschooled and you probably have no friends. But whatever. If you don't have any friends and you're watching my videos, you can jump right on the bandwagon, kid. Now, I'm going to tell you right now. A snitch is any person who is, being bullied a little bit. Anybody who tells on anyone. And I'm going to go ahead and guess that the word snitch was brought about by the same kid who walks up to you, or someone of the likes, the same kid who walks up to you every day with the YOLO hat on, the swag shirt, the nice Jordan shoes, and a fake gold chain that he says he bought from some shady dealer down the street from his house when he really just stole it from his mother's jewelry box. That guy is probably the guy who created the word snitch. And you know why that is? He was probably trying to say another word that he can't properly pronounce because he's so low educated. It's people like that that ruin this country. And not only this country, Europe, that's a continent, but nevertheless, all of Europe is plagued by the same people. You can't deny it. People like. I'm not even going to go ahead and say Hitler, because at least Hitler was educated to a degree. These people are low-life scum. And this is where I get off on a tangent that you guys don't want me to get off on. Back to the point. Every kid in the world is now, at some point in their life, bullied to a point where they just don't want to go to school. They feel like they have no friends at all. Honestly, I've been in this position before. I've been slandered on Facebook. Everybody, most people have been slandered on Facebook. I have by multiple people. People throw shots at my girlfriend, which happens actually almost every day. Now it has for the past 5 months. And I'm getting a little bit sick of it, to be honest, but there's nothing I can do. It's not within my own power to stop these people, apparently, because I don't use the appropriate means of stopping. Honestly, I think a few words stopping someone isn't really going to help. The only time a few words can make anything of anything is when you're trying to rile someone like me up. I prefer more of a throw fists at someone, and when they respect you out of complete fear, maybe you've made your point. And that's a definite maybe. I may be a little bit harsh on that degree, but fuck it. I guess we all are at some point. You just really can't fucking just don't let them, the teachers, I mean, don't let them tell you what you cannot and can do when people are harassing you. You take your own fucking advice, no one else's. Alright? I'm not saying straight up walk up to a kid and punch him in the face. I'm saying be smart about what you do. Get it to a point where maybe he wants to fight you, or if he already is harassing you physically, respond in an equal and opposite reaction. If he shoves you, you shove back. He throws a fist, he may not connect. Either way, make sure you do. That's just what you do. That's just what kids do. Alright, this is 2014. This should be. I would be so much happier. I don't care. Most people say they wouldn't want to go back to 1970, 1980, 1990. Why? Because of the, worldly possessions that they own. Now, I find that to be bullshit, because I would love to go back to 1980 or 1990 and be in a school where not only would kids not be as harsh to other students, such as myself or my friends or my girlfriend, if they were, I could act by myself and not get in nearly as much trouble. If I get into a fist fight today, say I did in the middle of the cafeteria today, because someone said something to me, I would most likely, and it has happened before, I have been arrested for fighting, I would most likely be arrested, and the pussy little kid who runs his mouth and got his ass kicked by none other than me would probably be a bitch and press charges against me because he has nothing better to do than try to get me in trouble. But in 1980, if he were to do the same thing, and I were to stand up, make a beeline for him, and maybe like 2 or 3 of his teeth on the ground, including his head, obviously, unless that lands somewhere on the lunch table, I probably would get, a slap on the knuckles. Not nearly as much trouble. Because boys will be boys. I agree the same thing for girls, alright? I'm not just saying girls are pissy on their periods. Girls are very hormonal during this time. That's obvious. Every guy who's had a girlfriend from age 10 to 18 knows this. That girls play games, they hate their friends, they hate their enemies. Sometimes they love their enemies and love their friends, or love and hate. They finger each other. I don't know what the fuck they do. They need to be put under a microscope immediately. Anyway, the same thing goes for girls, as where they should be allowed to fight, not on a basis where they're starting fights. I mean, if they're pushed to the point where they feel they need to fight and that's the only way to get their stress and anger out, they should be allowed to, every once in a while, fight. If this is an everyday thing, you need an antidepressant. If the antidepressant doesn't work, well, I guess you should probably grab a rope and a stool, because I don't know what your problem is. I'll see you guys next time. I hope you enjoyed the rant. Remember to like and favorite if you enjoyed, and subscribe. Don't forget to share to show how intelligently retarded and mean as shit I am to all your friends. And stay sexual. Motor mouth out.